Does making a profit in your business feel like an endless battle? You've tried everything, lowering your prices over and over again, but you're still struggling to be comfortably profitable. Well, stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to show you exactly what it is that you're doing wrong and most importantly, what you should be doing from now on to make sure you're always profitable. So the number one thing that you need to do in order to make sure to always be profitable is to stop falling for the temptation to lower your prices. I know this is a hard one because the natural tendency when you're not selling is to say, you know what, let me make it cheaper so that everybody just jumps on it. But the problem with lowering your price is that if you're selling your products at the market price, let's say you're selling an iPhone, for example. If you're selling an iPhone at the market price and you decide to lower the price of your iPhone because nobody's buying, guess what? You're not aiming at iPhone buyers anymore. You're aiming at a totally new segment of the market. And in this new segment, you are now perceived as the highest price, as being excessively expensive. And guess what you're going to have to do? Keep lowering your price. And that's how people get caught in this cycle of constantly having to lower their prices because they already did the first time. So what should you do then? Instead of dropping your prices, increase the value of your offer. Don't drop the price, increase the value of your offer. Consequently, the price too. But what you're thinking of is the value, not the price. So how do you increase the value of your products in a way that you can also command a higher price? What you want to do by increasing the value and consequently the price, you're aiming for rich people. This is the reason you want to increase your value. Why is that? Because rich people give more attention to their satisfaction than to the money that's inside their pockets. So if you're able to articulate or to offer or to deliver whatever satisfying objective that they have, they will very soon part with their money faster than you can expect. That's what you're aiming for. By increasing the value of your offer, whatever product it is that's not selling, increase its value in a way to satisfy a certain group of rich people. Now, let's look at an example of how this translates in real life when you aim at the satisfaction of wealthier people instead of dropping your prices. So let's say a real estate developer owns a 10-unit apartment build. At first, it's mostly empty, only partially rented. And so he lowers the rent to attract more tenants. But the only people who show up are bargain hunters who just want to negotiate the price even further down. Then he watches this video and learns about crafting premium offers. So instead of dropping the prices, he decides to transform one of the apartments into something valuable for all the tenants in the building. So he makes the following offer. At more value buildings, we help parents with growing children nurture an environment that's going to help them grow up into disciplined and successful kids at school and everywhere they go. Because the biggest part of education happens at home. So whenever parents feel like it, they can come and drop their kids and they're going to be taken care of. They're going to engage into activities that are going to help them develop all the faculties that they need to succeed in life. So now the new pricing for the building looks something like this. $200 per child for any parent that wants to enroll their kids into this cultural center or whatever you want to call it. The apartments remain at $1,000 per apartment, but now there's a new premium offer, $1,300 for the apartments plus the rights to the cultural center, regardless of the number of children you have, because you're part of the building. Now you have a more attractive and more exciting reason for people who can afford it to come to your building, because before that, they would have probably spent it on something like luxury or on an apartment with a better looking kitchen or better tiles or better finishes. But now, without spending any extra money into bettering your building or offering better finishes, you're able to attract higher level clients with a very exciting reason for them to come and spend that money with you. So now let's look at the numbers. Assuming only 4 apartments out of the 10 were originally they rented out, that would have given them a $4,000 per month income. But now after increasing the value of his offer, he now feels 5 of the 6 apartments remaining because one of the apartments was turned into this cultural center. And if you do the math, 1.3 times 5, that's a $6,500 income extra per month on top of the $4,000 that he was already receiving, which amounts to even more than the original $10,000 that he would have received if all his apartments were rented out, and that with one less apartment available. And to take it even further, this becomes a new brand image for this developer. Wherever this developer builds building, whatever building be built, families thrive in more venue buildings. Why? Because you've taken the time to understand what satisfaction it could offer people of high net worth. So that's it for today, and I'll see you on the next video.